How's it going, everyone? This is Marty the Mad Magpie here with some breaking takeover news. And what a day it's been. You know, things started off this morning with a tweet from Simon Jordan stating that a truce had been reached between the Saudis and Qatar sports company beIN Sports. Basically, the ban has been lifted from the Saudis and the Qatarians. So the Saudis are going to stop pirating games. Apparently, there's an agreement being reached between the two, and the takeover could be completed now. That was what Simon Jordan said this morning. And I'll be honest, guys, I don't trust what that Cockney git says. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. So, I mean, that was this morning. But since then, things have developed. And but we'll get into that as we go through tonight's breaking news. So, like I say, guys, this is Marty the Mad Magpie here. And like I say, if you want to see more of my videos, guys, then feel free to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment on the current situation with the takeover. What do you think on today's news? But let's get straight down to it. Okay, so like I say, the first I heard of it today was Simon Jordan came through and said that on Twitter that he believes that the ban has been lifted. That's what he's heard. And of course, this is the same man who said that this deal was deader than a dead thing in Deadland a couple of days ago. And, you can quote me on that because I heard the bugger say it. I did hear him. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you did as well. So there you go. But that came out this morning. And, of course, you take it with a pinch of salt. Well, I certainly do. Marty the Mad Magpie certainly does, troops, because that is what it's all about. You know, you do take it with a pinch of salt. I mean, I've always said I won't be satisfied until the Saudis and Amanda Staveley are stood on St James's Park steps with a black and white scarf. But from what I'm hearing today and what I've heard tonight as well, is that this thing we've heard it all before, but it makes a bit of more sense now that this has been lifted because it is picking up speed. And from what I've been told, a deal has been agreed and an announcement could be made sooner rather than later. The takeover could be completed sooner rather than later. And that is big developments as far as I'm concerned, as far as everyone else in Newcastle United is concerned. It's good news. But once again, you must take it with a pinch of salt because we've heard all this stuff before. I mean, there's never been such a big development like this before. But it's massive in terms of the takeover being completed. And, that obviously there's still the hurdles to get through with, obviously, human rights and stuff like that. Obviously, the ownership, the directors, who's going to be in charge of the club. Maybe that still has to be ironed out. But something must have been agreed with the Premier League and Saudis in general. Because this is a massive development. I'm still hearing comments about, why would, you want to let these guys take over the football club in England with a bad human rights record and everything like that. But come on, guys, let's face it. That is political. It's got nothing to do with a football club. It's got nothing to do with the sale of a football club or any business in the UK. You can't tar out with the same brush because I dare say if the British government went and bought a football club abroad or something like that, the same would be said about us. Our government aren't exactly top notch. But anyway, let's not get into politics. Let's talk about football. Let's talk about this potential takeover of Newcastle United. It has finally got on the bloody skateboard and it has finally started shooting instead of crawling, which is absolutely superb. My view on it is that if this proves to be true, which it's even hit Sky Sports, that is how and you usually say that, shit like this doesn't hit Sky Sports unless it's got legs. Something has happened. And personally, I think that they've tried to avoid this arbitration case in January. They really don't want that to happen. They've thought, I can only assume that the Saudis have got on they've actually got on the old dog and board, and they've said, hang on, guys, if we want this sorting out, we want this deal completed, because one thing I know about the Saudi business people out there is that if they want a deal done, they won't give up until it's done. If they're like a bulldog. Once they sink their teeth into something, they will not let go. And that is something that makes them sound business people. That is why they've got these, that's why they've got a lot of businesses across the world, because they won't let go. Same as the Reuben brothers, they won't let go until they get what they're after, if you like. And that's the way it is. It's not about politics, it's about a business transaction, and more importantly, they're wanting to buy our football club, which is superb. It's, like I said, take it with a pinch of salt, guys, if you will. But for me, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, this wasn't here yesterday. These developments weren't here yesterday. And for me personally, I believe that we would just pick up the newspaper one day, or a headline would come across from Sky Sports on your phone, and it would just say, Newcastle United takeover completed. Because that's the way these guys are wanting to do it. I mean, this has flared up today about the agreement between Qatar and Saudi Arabia over beIN Sports. About the ban being lifted, which is good news. And but it comes down to it, because last week they were saying that the Crown Prince, was he going to be involved with a football club? And if that was going to happen, then there might be a few wrinkles there in terms of that. But if he's not going to be on the board of directors or anything like that, yeah, he's going to be the money man behind it. Of course he is. Because the Saudi Public Investment Fund, as I was told the other day, which was a good correction, and whoever told me, you know who you are, told me in the comments that he is involved, because the Saudi Public Investment Fund is run by him. And fair enough. But if this goes through within the coming days, weeks, even the coming months, this has got to be a good move in terms of the future of the football club, because we need to be up there with. I mean, I'm not saying we've got to be up there with the likes of Man City and Liverpool. I mean, not yet, but certainly we've got to be in a better situation than what we are at this moment in time. Any progress has got to be good for the future of the football club. That is for certain. But I mean, I can't help but thinking, guys, that for me, my personal opinion, that this court case, which obviously the club has been involved with the last few days, I can't help think that this sort of thing is not only lit a fire under the Premier League's arse, but certainly under the arses of the potential buyers as well, because it's when the guard's been down, they've obviously thought, well, hang on a minute, the Premier League is still not going to obey. They're not going to bow to our terms. We have to sort things here. We have to get things sorted out. Things need to be, the goalposts, no pun intended, need to be moved if we're going to get this deal through. And it is a massive development for the potential takeover. And when they said tonight that it is picking up speed, things are moving really fast. It does get the sense of excitement there, but at the same time, you're like, whoa, hang on a minute, let's not get overexcited, because we've been here before with excitement. I don't think it's time to be, as the song goes, which some mad Geordie did bring out on YouTube. dancing in the streets when the deal is done, all night on the bridge, get the bacon sarnies on or something like that. He'll tell us what it says. I don't know, the guy out there. You know who you are. But I think it's a bit early to be dancing about in the streets and what have you. But it is a massive development tonight from the Saudi and Qatar's point of view, because at the end of the day, I mean, I said a few months ago that money talks in these sort of situations, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Saudis have said to Qatar, "Look, listen, tell you what, if we give you so much money, can we have some of these TV rights to games, and then we won't have to pirate them?" There's got to be an agreement there, and any decent sort of country would say, "Well, yeah. I mean, of course." We can see this happening, of course. And there you go. I mean, I don't know exactly what's happened. That's just my personal opinion of what's gone on. I don't know. But it's a massive development in terms of the potential takeover of the football club, of Newcastle United. And it can only be a good thing. But just watch this space, guys. But any further developments, I will bring them to you. And like I say, guys, if you want to see more of my videos, then please subscribe to my channel, and I will bring you what I know. I mean, my sources tonight have told me that this is genuine, that this statement is genuine. It's a statement of massive intent from the buyer's side, that they want this deal done sooner rather than later, and that's why all this has really picked up speed. And as far as I'm concerned, it hasn't left the rails. In terms of a jumbo jet situation, it hasn't taken off yet. It hasn't been completed, not yet. It hasn't just taken off. It's not. It's not well airborne. It hasn't been completed. It hasn't just taken off either. But the takeover plane is on the runway and it's moving, and it's getting faster and faster and faster. Before too long, in my opinion, it will take off, and that will be that. But like I say, guys, that's my update tonight. The takeover is taking a massive step forward with this news from Saudi Arabia that a deal has been reached between the Saudi Arabians and Qatar over Ben Sports and piracy of games. That's apparently now been settled. And from the buyer's side, they're confident that the deal will be struck and the takeover will be completed sooner rather than later, guys. So I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Thought I'd come on tonight and let you know what's going to happen and what is happening at the minute. And anything further, I will keep you posted, my friends. I'll make sure of that, okay? So I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever you're doing. And as I said, if any further news, guys, I will keep you updated. Okay, so this is Marty the Mad Magpie signing off. All the best, guys. See you soon.